So we're going to run through today's workout. So today's workout is a task priority workout. We have a 20-minute AMRAP. We've got two movements. We've got the very technical Turkish get up, and we're going to pair that up with the very simple star jump. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the warm up, then we're going to do a technique breakdown of the Turkish get up, then we're going to run through the workout, and then we'll give you our thoughts on the workout after the workout, okay? So for our warm up, we're going to go 2 rounds. We're going to start off with 20 plate hops or lateral jumps over the dumbbell. So Matty's going to just demo. Okay, super. Then we're going to do 10 sit-ups down onto the floor, just stretching all the way out behind, touching the floor in front, making sure we sit up tall on each rep. Then we're going to do 10 reverse lunges, up to standing. So alternating legs or all on one and the other. So stepping back, knee touches the floor for 20 total reps. And then from there, we're going 10 press ups, chest to the floor. We can do these on the knees or the toes. And then finally, we're going to go for a 30-second dead bug hold. Okay, so what we're looking for here is hips on the floor, feet apart, pull the toes down, and then reaching up, crunching down on that midline. Okay, we're going to hold and make sure you breathe on that one. So we're going to go 2 full rounds. We're just going to do it through now, and then we'll check in after. Yeah. So okay guys, so trying to keep our designated distance for the videos, but we're going to start prepping for the Turkish get up. So Matty's what we're going to do is we're going to start with what's called a kettlebell windmill. So this is going to prep the shoulders, getting the rotation through the shoulder, but also then prepping the low back, the hamstrings and all that, and giving us a little bit more of a specific warm up, okay? This is a great exercise in its own right that we're going to be doing. Matty's going to take the dumbbell in his right hand. He's going to snatch or press that up. What he's looking for here is to stack that shoulder down and back into the socket, okay, and have the elbow fully extended. Okay, what he's going to do here is he's going to turn his toes. So he's got the dumbbell in his right hand. He's going to turn his toes to the left, okay, and he can adjust a wider stance if he needs to for flexibility. So he's going to set his hips out to the right, okay. He's going to try and keep his knees locked if he can, okay, and his left hand is going to run down the inside of his left thigh while his eyes are fixed on the dumbbell the whole time, and up. Okay, let's do a few reps here. So the eyes on the kettlebell. Notice how the dumbbell or kettlebell is going to rotate as he comes down, allowing him to get closer to the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 reps on each side. If the weight you've got is quite heavy, let's just do less reps, okay? So 5 reps on each side, and then we'll pick it up from there. Okay, our next exercise, we're going to prep the lunge phase of the Turkish get up. So Matty's going to take that dumbbell, he's going to go overhead, okay, and he's going to then step back. Wrong side. Okay, so he's going to step back with the leg opposite the dumbbell or kettlebell, okay, then step back up. He's going to do 5 reps on each side. Okay, so now that we've got the shoulders and the lunge warmed up, what we're going to do is we're going to start going through just the initial steps of the Turkish get up. So Matty's going to start in what we call the fetal position, so tucked up in a little ball. He's going to support the dumbbell or kettlebell with his bottom hand underneath, his top hand over, securing that the weight nicely. From here, he's going to pull it in nice and close and roll over onto his back. Okay, he's going to then press up. Okay, stack that shoulder nice and strong. He's going to then bring up his foot, the same foot as the arm with the weight. His opposite arm is going to be out at 45 degrees. And from here, he's going to push up onto the elbows, driving his foot into the floor, then up onto his hand. And then finally, we're going to bridge up into a 3-point stance and then control it back down. Okay, and we're just going to do 3 of these each side. So we want to see control on the way up and the way down. And at this point we're warming up, so let's keep it where we hit every point and nice and distinctly, and we're not rushing through the movement. Okay, so we've prepped the bottom phase, we've prepped the top phase. So what we're going to look like now is that transition on the way up and on the way down. So, and he's going to start, he's going to get to the 3-point stance, which we've already talked about. Okay, so he's got his right foot planted, his left arm down. What he wants to do is take his left foot through as far back as he can into that lunge. Okay, and from there then he's going to sit up tall onto the knee. Okay, we're not going to stand up now, we're just going to go arm back out to the side and then bridge the hips up, bringing the foot through onto the heel and back down. Okay, so we're just going to do 3 transitions on each side. Okay, so we're not going to bother standing up or down, just working the transition phase of the movement. So if you're struggling for space, maybe get that hand a little bit wider out to the side, or try and drive the hips up higher to give you more space to pull that knee through. In the fetal position, bottom hand stacked under, top hand over, weight nice and close to the chest. Pulling it tight, he's going to roll over onto the back. Foot up, press up, stack the shoulder. Okay, he's going to sit up to the elbow, then the hand, bridging up the hips, pulling the foot through, sitting up into the lunge, stand up tall, step back, hand out to the side, foot through, control, hips, elbow, and down. Okay, just going to do 1 on each side for now. Okay, so if you're not super comfortable, spend a few more minutes practicing. Or if you're going to build up in weight, take this opportunity to increase the weight on the kettlebell. So we want it to have a heavy effect in the workout. If it's a completely new movement to you, then keep it light. Just try and get more reps, more rounds of the workout. If you don't have something heavy, try something that's going to maybe challenge the actual positioning. So you could use like a 5 or 10 kilo plate just held in the palm of your hand, or as it says in the notes, we could use a shoe, something like that, where we're more focused on like precision and control and balance as opposed to loading up the position. Either way, there's a lot going on with the movement. It's hitting all over body. It's going to be a very good technical challenge. Those star jumps are in there for a little bit of a breather on the shoulders and trying to get some blood flowing to help you keep going in the workout. It's going to get deceptively difficult. So what you don't want to do is probably just blast out your first round on each side. You just want to take a little bit of time to control it and then kind of build into the workout. So I think a good score with a solid load would be perhaps 4 rounds, maybe 5, but we'll check in after we've done the workout. Just quickly before we actually start, in CrossFit we like every movement to have a movement standard, so that every time we do it, that we're going to be moving to the same range of motion, and that everybody that does the workout is working at the same range of motion. For our star jumps, what we want to see is 2 claps on every movement, which we want to see a clap up directly above the head and a clap behind the back, so stretching that chest out, okay? So let's just see a set of 10. Yeah, so getting that full range of motion, reaching right up above and remembering to breathe, okay?
Two hours later.
Okay, so just finished the workout, 20-minute AMRAP. Like all the simplest workouts, way harder than anticipated. So I did it with a 24 kettlebell, Matty did it with 22 dumbbell. We did it with different bits of equipment just to show that it could be done. Matty made the dumbbell look harder, but it was really hard. But I think I get into the 7th round, so way quicker than what expected. I kind of based it off the Turkish get up workout from last week, which seemed a lot slower. So the star jumps were actually a nice bit of rest that allowed you to keep going. Don't know about Matty, but I went unbroken on each arm the whole way through the workout. So that's a good challenge to try and set yourself for the workout. But really fun workout. Give it a try. Fire it up on Instagram. This video will be on YouTube, so feel free to tag any of your friends or family. Use this as a great opportunity to get people that don't currently CrossFit doing some CrossFit. And lastly, just like and share and subscribe. Yeah, we're proper YouTubers now.